Ink-a-dink, 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 ink-a-dink. Wow!
Well, now, Governor Perry, I understand your point, but I don't think we can put the genie back in the bottle and to try to change your endorsement at this point. You could change your endorsement, I guess, away from Mr. Gingrich. But well, I've got you on the phone. Basil and I are doing the Washington Post crossword puzzle today, and we're looking at number 33. We could use a little help. The clue, 33 across on today's Washington Post crossword puzzle. The clue is alley, A-L-L-E-Y, and what they're looking for is a three-letter word. And Basil insists that it's got to be cat, that I must have made a mistake with the clue going down, thread holder, but that's spool. That's definitely spool. So we know it's not alley cat, no matter what Basil insists. But at any rate, okay, yeah. No, you're close. I think you're close on that one. Governor Perry says, oops. No, I think you're almost right. I think because of the third letter being P, I think it's actually the old comic strip Alley Oop. Okay, good. Okay, we'll get you back on the show later on, and you can try to undo history with that one. Okay, okay, Basil, I understand you're trying to make a point here with our guest, Governor Mitt Romney, who's we've got via telephone, and of course we also have the call-in line for people to call in. But Basil, I think your point is well taken. Basil is a baseball buff. Basil is a baseball fan from way back. He's a very big baseball fan, and the point he's getting at is his narrative is that he's talking about the Cleveland Spiders professional baseball team, and of course, as you know, Basil gets his whiskers all worked up over baseball. That's his sport of sports. So Basil's telling me about the Cleveland Spiders back at the turn of the last century, professional baseball team, became fairly efficient, fairly good toward the end of the century. 1895, 1896, they were right up there. They had their fortunes looked good, and then in 1899, their owner, not named Bain, I might note, for the defense of Governor Romney, not named Bain, a fellow by the name brothers by the name of Robison. They bought another team out of bankruptcy known as the St. Louis Browns, another professional baseball team, and suddenly the brothers Robison transferred three future Hall of Famers, Jesse Burkett, Bobby Wallace, and a fellow by the name of Cy Young, who I guess was actually the Cy Young Award winner every year until they actually named the award after him, and that award stands to this day. So they transferred these three future Hall of Famers from Cleveland to the St. Louis team, pretty much decimated the Cleveland team. They felt that the market was better in St. Louis. It was a bigger metropolitan area. There was a better bet for them. So they transferred all the good players away from Cleveland. The Cleveland Spiders sent them over to St. Louis, and all of a sudden, in 1899, Cleveland finished the season with 20 wins and 134 losses, which is the worst in baseball history, not even outdone by the 1962 New York Mets, who actually won 40 games. But at any rate, so he took a team that was successful, stripped away its best parts and sold them, its best players, and left a team behind, the Cleveland Spiders, who eventually, of course, went out of business. And I guess Basil's point in talking about that is, okay, we'll go there. We're going to have to go there, Governor Romney. But, Welcome to Basil BuddhaCat Presents. My name is David Stevenson. I am Basil's co-host, Basil BuddhaCat in the center slot, and our guest, Governor Mitt Romney. And now we're going to talk about some issues, but most importantly, what's most on our mind today, and we're going to cover this in the first show. Then Sunday morning we'll come back and we'll do a religious show that focuses more on the religious aspects of the race, including talking about the different religions involved with, on the Republican side. We've got Rick Santorum, who's a Roman Catholic. We've got Governor Romney, who's a Mormon, member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But maybe more important, we're going to talk about something called birth control. And there was a ruling by the Obama administration, which has caused an incredible fury. Okay, Basil, I'll let you explain it because Basil's the learned one of the two of us. Says he is. He can certainly twitch his whiskers better than I can by a long shot. But Basil's going to do a little explaining about that. We'll get Governor Romney on the phone. We'll see if we have some call-ins. But Basil's point is that in terms of the Supreme Court decision, which in essence created personhood for corporations, Basil thinks that this is kind of if I'm going to get this right, Basil, okay. Basil likes to use the term unintended consequences or unexpected consequences. And Basil believes that, and I think it's a point well made, that the ruling by the Obama government, by the Obama administration, is not forcing anyone, any person, to do anything. He's not forcing anyone to use birth control pills, although the majority of women do, but certainly some don't. Some use the rhythm method, and that's most notable in the more traditional realm of the Catholic Church, more so than in other religions. But he's not forcing any person to do anything, to use birth control. What he's forcing, not even the Catholic Church, but he's forcing, when the Catholic Church gets involved in corporate enterprises, whether they be hospitals, whether they be in health insurance, when they step from the church realm, from the religious realm into corporate enterprises, this ruling forces them to make the pill available by choice to individuals who are covered by their insurance or who go to Catholic hospitals for treatment. That they have to make the pill available as a choice. And of course now we also know that we've seen some laws that were sent through state legislatures in a number of states, most notably. Okay, yeah, Basil, you want to get onto that. That's important. Basil says that a number of states in recent years have tried to advance a law through their legislatures, a law that says that life begins at conception. And one of the, it is an unintended consequence, perhaps. One of the consequences of those laws, if they had passed, they lost badly, including Mississippi. They lost by a substantial margin. They were voted down by the voters in Mississippi. If you have a law which says that life begins at conception, then it essentially outlaws the birth control pill. It makes it an illegal tool, because what the birth control pill does, the pill doesn't prevent conception. You have consenting adults, hopefully, but